Hot off the heels of 2 red-hot rounds of racing action, the Make Tracks WA Bencubbin 400 will be round 3 of the Western Australian Off-Road Racing Championship. A huge field of 53 starters would line up as we hit the halfway point of the season. Following on from some cooler and wet weather, the 80km course was primed and ready for these desert warriors to do battle.
Hi, my name is Peter de Wit. We run a Super 1650 buggy here at the Bencubbin 400. After a reconnaissance, it looks like it's going to be a bit of a wet one. A lot of mud around and a lot of sliding, so definitely looking forward to the event.
So with reconnaissance completed on Saturday morning, let's take a look at the event format for the weekend. Prologue will kick things off to set the start order, followed by the first section being a single lap blast around the 80km track. Sunday is when the racing action really started to heat up, with 2 160km sections making up a race distance of 400 kilometres. And as we look forward to a big weekend of racing action, let's take a look at how the championship standings currently sit. WA1 Adam Trewella has a strong lead from Murray Kiefer and Jared Percival, who sits 7 points behind. Amongst the top 10 there are plenty of big names, including Troy Higgins, who will be ruining his DNF in round 1 at Perendry, and will be hoping to claw back some points here at Bencubbin. With the scene now set for a big day of racing, Prologue gets underway. Just 18 kilometres would settle the start order for the race, and the teams would throw caution to the wind, attacking this fast layout, pushing the limits and often finding it as they chase pole position. With recent rains limiting dust, you could be forgiven for thinking that the teams would take a more reserved approach than normal. As each class hit the track, it will be Scott Bryce who laid down the early marker, his time of 10 minutes 30.7 putting the Predator on provisional pole. As the pro lights hit the track, Stephen Kettridge Hall would jump to the top of the timesheets, whilst Ryan Print pulled off an excellent save after biking the 175 machine during his run. Troy Higgins laid down a 9 minutes 28.8 lap, which will put him right up the pointy end, before Adam Trewella blew that away with a 9:17.8 to go quickest. All eyes were on the extreme tool drives at the end of the session, but a DNF for Harley Uran on Prologue and Carl Richardson managing 6th quickest meant that Trewella took pole for the race.
Yeah, no, it was fast, man. Like we went out to try and make a statement and try and get that #1 spot for the main race, and we managed to pull it off by I think 11 seconds. So it was worth it, and yeah.
The WA1 of Adam Schweller making a statement to put it on pole position and earn the right to be first on road for Section 1. Troy Higgins would lead the chasing pack, while Stephen Kettridge Hall was fastest pro light. Carl Richardson, Scott Bryce and Colin Bevan would each lead their respective classes and be strongly positioned in the top 10 as the teams prepared themselves for Saturday afternoon's Section 1, 80 kilometres to round out Saturday's racing. Section 1 gets underway, and a single lap blast to get things warmed up. Adam Schweller once again leads the field away in the WA1 Pro Buggy. With a field of highly varying vehicles, it was interesting to see where each class was fast relative to the others, the side-by-sides relishing the tight tree sections, whilst the pro buggies and trucks really stretching their legs down some of the long straights. The limited dust thanks to recent rains led to some very close racing, with teams able to chase and follow at distances much shorter than normal. Not just exhilarating for those in the car, but a great spectacle for those assembled to watch from the spectator areas. With most of the muddy sections starting to dry up, conditions were perfect for racing. The times were fast and it looked like there were some very close battles for the class and outright positions. As the lap wore on, the first of the big names to fall was Troy Higgins, rolling the Get Pro buggy, which would drop him out of contention for the outright win. Mark Wainwright and other to suffer gremlins, diff failure sidelining the Yamaha side-by-side. Harley Uren put on a massive charge. After being seeded, he came home second on the road, and here he is displaying some great racecraft to put a clean pass on Rob Sobchak in his Pro Light. But nobody was catching Truella, who was once again quickest. Max Melling put in an epic drive for 5th outright and fastest side-by-side, as Scott Bryce once again locked the Predator Extreme 4-drive buggy into a top 10 position. With 320 kilometres of racing to come on Sunday, stay tuned for part 2 of the Make Tracks WA Bencubbin 400.